I'm Brooks Compton, Mayor of the City of Centerville, and we just completed our 11th meeting, which was June 20th, 2016, and this is a summary of the meeting that took place and ended just a few minutes ago. We called the meeting to order, and we received an invocation by Mike Castle, Harmony Creek Church, and gave as Mike always does, gave a great invocation this evening, always very thoughtful. Pledge followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And this evening we had one council member who was missing, Belinda Kenley, our deputy mayor. She was out tonight because of a work commitment, but all other council members were here this evening. We did take action on the minutes from our previous council meetings of May 16 and June 6, and we also acted on the work session minutes from May 16, May 23, June 6, and June 13, and those all passed. We did inform the people who were here this evening early in the meeting that we were going to table an item related to special assessment financing for what's referred to as the Grove at Yankee Trace. So several people who were in attendance this evening did leave at that time, so that item was tabled later in the meeting, but we wanted to tell them in advance so they didn't stay around for the whole meeting. We were fortunate tonight. We had recognition of some outstanding students from the city of Centerville. And if you get a chance to watch the meeting, the full meeting this evening, which will be on mbcc.net, then you'll have an opportunity to see Forte, which is an a cappella group from the city of Centerville. And they are the international champions of the high school division in a cappella. And they do a tremendous job. They're very successful. They performed in New York. They beat all sorts of schools and won the international competition. When they did so, they did perform this tonight. When they received their recognition tonight, they did perform a song for us, and it was a very good presentation. So if you get a chance to watch the full meeting, if you're not able to do so, then you can go to the Centerville channel and you can see Forte on Centerville's channel as part of our meeting at tonight for our 11th meeting. We also recognized several people from the Centerville High School debate team. Jerry Neidhart, who was the advisor, brought along with him Brian Shooter and also Bobby Hughes in recognition of their recognition throughout the country for their production, which they produced. It was a two-man production, and they performed that. And they received also national recognition on that item, in addition to being very highly ranked in the state of Ohio. Lizzie Harden, who had performed also for the Centerville team, was not able to attend tonight, but Jerry Neidhart, as the advisor, recognized that Lizzie had also performed very well. We were fortunate tonight to make a presentation to Don and Edith Ackerman. They own the property at 23 South Main Street in the city of Centerville. They purchased it as a true stone building from top to bottom, and they renovated that building when they purchased it a number of years ago. And they received tonight the Board of Architectural Review 2016 Preservation Award. Ed Ross was here as the Vice Chairman of the Board of Architectural Review, and Ed made the presentation on behalf of the Board of Architectural Review and also as the mayor's recognition for the Architectural Review Preservation Award. And Don and Edith Ackerman they've lived in the Centerville area for many years, and they did a great job at renovating that property. So if you get a chance to look at it on 23 South Main Street, it's well worth doing. The Scleroderma Awareness Month was recognized. Councilwoman Joanne Rao did the recognition proclamation on that, and we also had an opportunity to talk with Demisha Trice, who made a presentation in recognition of that, also pointing out that there is a fun run that the Scleroderma Association is going to have on August 6th in Fairborn. And if you'd want to sign up for that, just go to their website and they'll be able to get you as a fun run representative on August 6th in Fairborn. Then in addition to that, we received a presentation, or had a presentation from Amy Gephardt from the Centerville Lions Club about an upcoming event that they are having on July 9 over at Oak Grove Park, and that is also a fun run, which is going to benefit the Centerville Lions Club, which has a number of charitable beneficiaries which they will be funding as a result of this fun run. So if you get a chance to participate in that, that will be July 9 at the Oak Grove Park, and that will start about 8:30 in the morning. But go to the Centerville Lions website, which I believe was centervillelions.org, and you'll have an opportunity to participate or get signed up for that good activity. Then we went into official reports. There was the mayor's report, and I had a number of items that I talked about this evening, primarily related to community events which have taken place. One was the Food Truck Friday, which was Food Truck Fridays, which was in the center of Centerville, in the heart of Centerville, and that was received extremely well by the community. It was very crowded the whole evening, and it gave a chance for 4 food truck vendors to meet up at the corner there, at the southeast corner of the center of town, and to provide food for many people that stopped by. And it also gave an opportunity for the heart of Centerville, for people to go through the heart of Centerville and see the different businesses that they were open that evening, for people to walk through and see the different items that they had available through the heart of Centerville. We also had the St. Leonard's 5K race for veterans, where they support veterans groups at St. Leonard's. That was a very nice day with a lot of fun. Prentice Lippicy there at St. Leonard's puts on a very nice event, and a lot of us participated in that. We also had the Memorial Day service at Stubbs Park on Memorial Day, and then just this past Saturday we had the Clemens Cancer Challenge at Miami Valley Hospital South, which was a nice event. And then we also opened today the Cheddar's in Cornerstone. We had a 10:30 ribbon cutting, and we're very pleased about the opening of the new first-class Cheddar's restaurant in the Cornerstone development. We look forward to Americana. July 3rd will be the concert at Stubbs Park, and of course July 4 will be the Americana Festival. So I'd like to hope you take the opportunity to be there. The city manager's report, we did recognize tonight Stephen Henshaw. Dr. Henshaw is leaving the city to take a position with Miami Valley Schools. All of us, Steve's been here about 7.5 to 8 years. We recognize what a great job Steve has done, and we're sorry to see him go. The city manager had an opportunity to talk a little bit about some of the successful projects that Steve has been involved with over the years, and we're very glad that Steve has taken a good position, that he's been very much involved in the education area of our community, and I think will do a very good job at Miami Valley Schools. We're sorry to see him go, but we're glad he has an opportunity to advance his career. Greg went through a number of things, specifically dealing with road work. Our city manager addressed those, and one way that's easy to find out what's going on from a construction or infrastructure improvements and road works in the city of Centerville is to go to the City of Centerville website and sign up for the Centerville Construction Update. This will keep you up to date as to all the road improvements, when they're taking place, the status of those projects, and when they'll be completed. So if you get a chance to do that, go ahead and do that. We did have tonight no report of the Planning Commission, and we had a number of standing committee reports. Councilman Palcher addressed the issue of the Finance Committee, which he is the chair of. Councilwoman Rao and Council Member Engert addressed the Bike Committee, and they made reports on both of those. Then we had the consent agenda, a number of items on the consent agenda, none of which were controversial tonight. So those were all passed by the council. A couple of them dealt with selling of surplus property, the small annexation involving Sugar Creek Township and the city of Centerville on Brown Road, so that the city is able to make the infrastructure improvements that are necessary. The improvement of South Johanna Drive, the acceptance of that contract. And then also we dealt with special assessment item financing for the Cornerstone development. That was passed. And then also there's been a long-standing item that got resolved, and that was with the construction company Carvo. The city manager worked that out. And then we made some additional appointments to committees. David Bloom to the Local Board of Tax Review, and Gina Tollefson also to the Local Board of Tax Review, in addition to reappointing Carolyn Basford to the Sister City Committee for a 3-year term. So under old business, we had an item of importance tonight. Was a public hearing, and that public hearing was to deal with an ordinance that we are asking that we place on the ballot November 8, 2016, and placing on the ballot for the voters to consider an increase in the income tax level from 1.75% to 2.25%. Council has been discussing this for really a number of years, and we've decided that it is important to ask the voters for this modest increase to make sure that we're maintaining the appropriate level of public infrastructure improvements and roadways, and also the proper funding of our police department. So this item will be on the ballot on November 8th of 2016. And it is a modest increase. It does impact those that work within the city of Centerville, or those that work outside of the city of Centerville and have less than earned income tax of less than 2.25%. We anticipate that this will cover approximately 2/3 of the shortfall of our revenues that the state has implemented because of state legislative action, which really will reduce the revenues that the city of Centerville receives from the state, approximately $2.5 to $3.5 million. So to do this, we want to put it on the ballot, allow the voters to have definitely a say in this, and we are encouraging their support for this particular levy to increase it 0.5%. To address the financial concerns that we've had over these last couple of years, the staff has been reduced about 20%. City staff has worked very hard at this. We did pay off the Yankee Trace debt will be paid off early, saving at least $1 million in finance costs. We have streamlined the trash and recycling programs in the city of Centerville, saving monies. And there have been internal cuts of over $1 million within the city itself. And Benham's Grove and building inspection have both become self-sufficient. And during this period of time, the police have maintained their high level of service, and we want to make sure that continues along with making sure that the proper infrastructure is completed. So after a discussion and a presentation by Dr. Henshaw going over the reasons why this is necessary, Council did vote unanimously to approve the ordinance and place it on the ballot for November 8 of 2016. So we will be out there in front of the public encouraging this support for this very modest tax increase. We're hoping that the voters in the city of Centerville will appreciate the need for this and continue to keep the level of services that we know that people in the city expect and that we definitely want to be able to provide the citizens of Centerville. We then went into citizens' comments and petitions. Dr. Gresham was here, a former council member. He had a couple comments about the tax issue this evening, one of which was that he is supportive of it. And then we had another speaker who came up, Mrs. Wysong came up and addressed how she might be able to help issues that come before the state legislature so that we can respond to some of the actions which the state legislature takes before they sign them into action, or before they sign them into law, signed into law by the governor. So there were very helpful comments on both Dr. Gresham and Mrs. Wysong. And then we had new business, and the new business was strictly an item that dealt with making sure that the ballot issue is properly before the voters on November 8 of 2016. And this is the step that needs to be taken for the Board of Elections to put it on the ballot in the appropriate language that will be before the voters on November 8. So with that, we did not have any other items that came before council, and we did adjourn our meeting at that time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to get on the city website at centervilleohio.gov. Send a message to me as your mayor or any council members of any concerns or suggestions that you have. Or you can call the city at 433-7151, speak with any of the city staff here, Greg Horn, our city manager, or leave a message for any of the council members, and we'll get back with you as soon as we are able to do so and with the answer that you need. Or you can go to the Centerville website at centervilleohio.gov and sign up for any of the social media services that the city offers so that you can be kept up to date on construction updates, social media updates, council meeting agendas, press releases, and things of that sort to know what's going on in the city of Centerville. So we thank you for watching the summary of our June 20, 2016 meeting. And feel free to call at any time, 433-7151. Thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you at our next meeting.